Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Happy Feminine Friday. I hope that y'all are well. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Hey, love. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. We're going to have a conversation today. And I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off with this conversation, but I'm okay with that because I think that we've reached a pinnacle point in society when it comes down to women that we need to go ahead and we need to address. Okay. We need to go ahead and deal with because a lot of you are walking around with liabilities in your company. And what I mean by that is the company you keep. A lot of women don't realize the type of women that they have in their circle. So we're going to do a little bit of debunking of the girl's girl myth because there is no such thing as the girl's girl. Because a lot of women are not girls. And I'm going to tell you where this conversation is coming from. And then I'm going to tell you why I'm actually why this is so important right now in this season. I talked to you guys about how community for 2025 is the word and it's so important and it's so vital. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All praise to the most high. Um the word of the year is community. And I explained to you that you need to get those clout chasers out of your circle if you really want to be able to grow. And this conversation is coming about because there was a woman that I just saw recently spent $10,000. She made a $10,000 investment to, learn how she could potentially date better and marry and all of these different type of things, right? So there are a lot of people. She decided to share this information. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. She decided to share this information with, everyone on TikTok, and the women in her comment section are insane. I am seeing women in her comment section like basically judging her. I wouldn't have paid 10,000. You paid $10,000 for a man. You did this. You did that. Da da da. Like the whole concept was just so insane to me. It was so insane to me how people were judging her and how people were treating her after she decided to make that decision to invest in what was important to her. And the thing is, people have to understand and realize that women have a right to invest in what they feel is important to them, whatever that looks like. Some women feel like taking that type of money and putting it in a home is an investment. Some people take that type of money and hire a coach to help them in business. They think that is a pretty hefty or, healthy investment. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do for yourself is what you need to do. But the people that you need to watch out for are the people that I'm going to be talking about today. Because specifically, I'm going to be talking about the women in your community because a lot of women that you think are your sister, you think are your friend, are really a spiritual liability, and they are a threat, and they are repulsed, and they are offended by your growth. And a lot of you tend to keep these people in your space, and it's very dangerous. And I'm telling you right now, you better get rid of those folks right now. You better get rid of those folks right now because we are going into a space now where everything that I was telling you was happening. It is happening. We're going into it. And I told you that a lot of people are going to start feeling it towards the second half of the year. You're going to feel a whole lot of different things. It's not a joke and it's really, really not a game. So we really need to get clear on some things. You need to clear out the women in your circle who are not what they're supposed to be. So I'm going to talk about this today. Like I said, she is not your sister. She is not your friend. She is a spiritual liability. And you keeping her around you like that is costing you. And I'm going to talk about how it's costing you. Okay. So share this with another amazing woman leader, because I'm really going to tap into the 5 types of women that this actual live is for. It's not for everybody. Thank you, my love, for these likes, these comments, and these gifts. Okay. So the first thing I need you to understand is that this live is for the high achieving woman who's outgrown her circle. See, this is a lot of you. A lot of you have been the smartest woman in the room. You're the smart one in your friend group. You're the one that everybody comes to when they have an issue, when they have a problem, XYZ. They're coming and they're seeking you. This particular type of woman, she is expanding spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and professionally, but her friendships feel stuck. Every time she hits a new level, her friends get silent, they get weird, or they get competitive. She is tired of the side eyes from her so called friends, the fake congratulations, and the low vibrational shade disguised as sisterhood. So it's for that woman. It is also for the spiritually sensitive woman who can feel the energy shift amongst her community and her group as she begins to expand. She may not have the language yet, but she knows that something is off. She knows that people are treating her different. She understands that she feels drained after certain conversations. She understands that her peace feels pierced around certain women. She's starting to notice that being the strong one literally comes with hidden costs. This live is going to be for that woman. This live is also for the woman who has invested in her growth but feels spiritually pulled back. She's done therapy, she's hired coaches, she's invested, but her environment has not changed. She does not understand the law of proximity, and it's starting to show. She's realizing that her friendships are actually soul contracts and some are overdue for a release. This live is going to be for that woman. This live is also going to be for the discerning leader who is done entertaining performative empowerment. Okay? She's intuitive, she's powerful, she's not new to growth at all. She just needs spiritual clarity on how to cut the cords without guilt and protect her calling. This live is going to be for her. This live is lastly going to be for the woman who has always been the fixer, the healer, and the listener until now. Until now. She's held space for everyone else, but now she needs to protect her own. She's noticing how many relationships were rooted in being available but not being aligned. This live is going to be for her. You need to wake up. She is not your sister. She is a spiritual liability, and I'm going to tap into that today because a lot of you have clout chasers in your community faking around as if they are girls when they really do not like you because you are a reflection of the very thing that they desire so much but are not willing to do the work to become. So a lot of you are surrounded with these type of women. So here's the thing. This live is for the woman who's evolving in silence, but knows she can't step into her divine rhythm while dragging spiritually unclean energy with her. Okay? It might not be you, but if your spirit is conflicted and feeling heavy and unclear or conflicted, it might be the women around you that you've been called to release because y'all are keeping people around you who don't deserve you. Sweetheart, she is not your sister. She is not even your friend. She is a spiritual liability. And keeping her close to you is literally why your peace is leaking and why your blessings feel blocked. Hey, my love, I am great. All praises to the Most High. Okay? I really want you to think about that. She's not your sister. She's not your friend. She's a spiritual liability. And for those who don't know who I am for your first time joining, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a mentor for women of wealth and influence. And what I do specifically is I mentor high caliber women to master wealth, master influence, and master power without burning themselves out. That is literally what we do over here. So we get our energetics right so that we are energetic matches for the things that we say that we desire to receive. My clients have become energetic matches to be able to create more income in their businesses, to double their income, to triple their income. Some have even quadrupled their income. I have clients who have come to work with me who've gotten themselves energetically ready to be able to go into healthy relationships, and they have gotten engagements and marriages. Okay. I have clients who have come to work with me who have gotten themselves energetically prepared to manifest things that they thought they couldn't. Recently, I had a client manifest her dream home on 200 acres of land where horses literally come up to her. And this is something that she wrote in her journal after we met. So the work that I do with my clients, I position women to really operate from the space of power. But the power comes within you. Okay, the power comes from within you. You have to understand that the kingdom of heaven is within you, and it's about you being able to access that power. And when you access internal power, you don't seek external sources to gain power. You don't need to because you understand that the power is literally within you. A lot of the times people don't realize that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight into this real quick. Okay, I want you to think about this. If you're any of those women that I talked about, let's say you're healing, you're investing, you're evolving, and now all of a sudden the people around you start acting different. Well, what do you mean they start acting different? What does that really look like? Well, she start giving you backhanded compliments. Must be nice. I wish it was me. Oh, look at you, brand new. It's the backhanded compliments. That's where it starts. And then it goes into the passive aggressive jokes where they take little jabs and different things like that. Okay. Then it goes into where the group chat really used to be hidden because y'all used to be talking all of the time. And then all of a sudden, the group chat tends to go quiet. all because you started to do something different. Do you understand that there are people who are only going to be attracted to you and want to be in community with you as long as they can trauma bond with you, they can be in broken spaces with you. But when you decide to elevate, when you decide to expand, when you decide that you want more for yourself, this is when the backhanded compliments come. This is where the passive aggression comes. This is where they go silent on you. And well, a lot of women have experienced this, and I've heard this from women who say when this has happened once they've, gotten their business off the ground. I've heard this happen with women once women have gotten married. I've heard this happen once women have gotten children, had children, all of these different things. People just start when you start shifting and changing and evolving and investing, people start looking at you different. See, let me explain something to you, and I'm gonna make this really clear to you. If you understand that you have an investor mindset and you understand that you didn't grow up with somebody who gave you the entire game of life, there are going to be spaces where you need to invest and you need to pay to get in circles to learn certain things because you didn't get these things when you were growing up. Nobody should be able to judge you based off that, but people will try to do it all the time. But let me explain something to you. One of the most dangerous women to have in your community is when you make a decision to make an investment. I don't care if you've invested in 20,000, 10,000, 1,000, 100,000. If your friend in your circle looks at you and says, "Girl, it don't even have to be all that. Girl, you spent your money on that. You need to get rid of her." You need to get rid of her. And I said what I said. You need to get rid of her. She needs to go because she is a distraction from a space. She is a distraction to what it is that you are trying to do. Nobody gets to tell you what is valuable to you, what is important to you, and what you should be investing in. The level of judgment that people have on this app for the young lady who decided to invest $10,000 in a dating coach and it resulted in her being able um to get engaged is ridiculous. Because and then all in the comments, all you see is things like, if I had 10,000, but you don't. Let's start right there. If I had $10,000, I would never, but you don't. See, let's get into that right there first. Let's first get into that. You ain't got it. So even if should not even be coming up, you should not even be a part of the discussion because truthfully, you're not qualified to speak because this doesn't apply to you. This does not apply to you. You don't have it. So let's first start there. The second aspect of that is you don't get to decide what is valuable for someone else. Just because you don't see value in something does not mean that it's not valuable. And the reason, and I wasn't going to say that, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. The reason why you feel like you can judge this young lady or anyone based on them investing in what they value is because you don't understand that concept. See, you don't understand the concept that just because you don't value something doesn't mean that it's not valuable. And that's why men treat you the way they treat you. See, let's go ahead and get into it. That's why you crash out when somebody don't want to be with you or somebody don't like you or somebody rejects you because you think that you lack value because this one person doesn't see value in you. You see how that one mindset translates into all aspects? You see how y'all get in other people's comments and tell your business? See people like me who can see and other people spiritually who have the gift of vision from the Most High who can see, we see right through you. So while you're in these people's comments talking about how all of this and all of that and that ain't worth the value and all of this, it's the same concept of what you got going on in your space. You're the same women that's crashing out when somebody rejects you and you think you're not valuable and you asking what's wrong with you. You the same woman who asks questions when a man makes a decision to go and dishonor himself by cheating on you. You got the nerve to ask yourself, what's wrong with me? You're the same type of woman that does that instead of understanding that you don't take personal what another person chooses to do for themselves. You either make a decision whether or not that aligns with you and you deal with that, or you don't deal with it and you disconnect from that scenario. But no, y'all got so much y'all need to say. Y'all got so much y'all need to say. Y'all are ridiculous. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments. Y'all are ridiculous with that. Y'all want to know so bad how women achieve the things that they achieve. How did you know your husband was your husband? How did you create $1 million business? How did you start doing this? How did you start doing that? And when they start telling you what it entailed, when they start telling you the truth of the matter, that is when you choose to disconnect, because you don't really want to be a part of the process. You want the progression, though. And let me tell you how this starts. See, this is why you should be gatekeeping. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm not a gatekeeper. You need to be, because you don't understand how the games that a lot of other women play when they want to bypass the process and try to get progress. This is why these women ask you things like, oh, well, what kind of lipstick do you have on? What kind of perfume are you wearing? They are hoping to get the same response that you give off. They are hoping to get the same response by mimicking you and doing the things that you do. Here's the thing that's crazy to me. I was a makeup artist, right? And I worked at MAC for several years. Here's what I need you to understand and get clear on. If you look at me and you ask me what color lipstick I have on, my color lipstick is not going to look the same on you. My skin color, my hue, all of these different things, it makes a difference whether or not I should be wearing a red lipstick that is deeply rooted more so in blue, or if I need to be wearing a lipstick that is more on the edge of orange. But see, when you understand yourself and you understand what works best for you, you don't need to ask anybody else, what do you have on? What is this? What is that? I have a community where I was talking to women, thank you, my love, for these gifts, about being sensual and activating senses of other people. And one of the ladies in my community asked me, well, what do you recommend as far as sense is concerned? I don't recommend I don't recommend. And she can like, and somebody says, and she can like the color, but you like the color on my skin tone because you are seeing all of the color elements come together. You don't know if that color is going to look like that on you. So you can like it on this person, but it does not mean that it's going to look the same on you. And this is artistry. This is understanding color theory. But if you don't understand these things, then you'll ask these questions, but you should be knowing yourself. You should know yourself. It's 4 things a woman should know. A woman should know her angles. A woman should know her face shape so she can wear whatever makeup. A woman should know her body type. And a woman should know color theory. You don't need to ask anybody anything about how you look and who you are. You don't need external validation. You need external validation when you don't know yourself, when you don't accept yourself. So it will be small things that certain women will do to try to bypass the process in order to get the progression, when in reality, it doesn't work that way. When a young lady asked me about what is a signature scent that she should wear and do I have a recommendation, I told her I don't have a recommendation. What I can recommend for you, though, is this. I recommend starting with essential oils and understanding how your body chemistry responds to those essential oils, and then finding perfumes that have that as a base and gaining an understanding. This is why women like Rihanna, people are like, oh my gosh, she always smells amazing. She understands her body chemistry. She understands her body chemistry and she knows exactly what's going to go on her body that's going to leave a lasting impression. And when you understand these things, you can do these things for yourself and you won't seek these things out in other people. We get really ridiculous with that by trying to seek out other people for things that we really don't need to be doing that for. And we set ourselves up by carrying these by carrying these people around us who literally do not mean you well. If you decide to make an investment in something and somebody questions or makes you feel bad about your investment, you need to be very careful about that person in your space. Okay? Make it make sense. I hope the lipstick was just an example because you can simply like a lipstick on a salesperson and it works. Yes, you can like that person, like anything on a person, just like we like clothes on the models that we see online. But if you don't have the body type of that model, when you get those clothes, and because you don't understand your body type, and when you put that same outfit on that sis had on online, and she's hippie and you're not going to like the way that looks on you. This is why it's extremely important for you to be aware of self. Again, this is exactly why you should be very aware of self. Because just because something is good on somebody else does not mean it's good on you, which is why you should know yourself. And the problem is, the reason why people are seeking out other people on things is because they don't even have the basics of understanding self. They don't. And that is how you position yourself to truly get played. And you thinking backhanded compliments are cool with you and your homegirl. You elevating and she hitting you with, you must be nice. I want to be like you when I grow up. She hitting you with all kind of shade. And you keeping her because y'all been cool for 20 years. Why are you doing that? I really want you to think about this for a second. I really do. Here's the thing that you got to really understand. A lot of women don't really fear your success. They don't. She said, in facts, I've had women copy my style. I have too. See that, and they do it. They do it, especially when it come down to men. Don't even get me started on that aspect. They do it all the time. They want to. Women see your glow up. Women see what's going on with you and what you have going on at this point, and they want to know how you did what you did. And they'll get close to you to try to figure out how you did what you did. They ain't not because they want to do it. Because the ones that want to do it gonna ask you directly or pay you directly. That's what I know. See, when the woman wants a solution and she ready to really do something, she gonna pay or she gonna ask you directly. She ain't gonna try to snake around. What you got on? Oh, girl, what did you do to get that? Oh, they're not gonna do that. Girl, see? That's what I'm saying. It starts with the small things, and because we're not aware, you don't pay attention to that. And next thing you know, you got a spiritual liability that you calling a friend. You got somebody that's really sucking you dry. A lot of women, like I said, they don't fear your success. They fear what it reveals about their stagnation. Look at it. My neighbor asked me about my hair color and popped out the next day with it. Child, I'm telling you, it's not. She was a friend for 20 years, had to cut her off. Child, they will stick around. Let me tell you something. People who hate you, if a man who hates you will lay down with you and stick with you, what you think a woman who hates you will do? You think she gonna separate herself? Or you think she's gonna get close enough to you to try to make your life a living hell? Really, really, really think about this for a second. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, and these comments. Thank you. I received that. A lot of women are not afraid of your success. They're afraid of what it reveals about the fact that they're not moving. I love the way you explain the activation of senses on your last life. Thank you, my love. Like, people don't keep it real. You're not obligated to keep shrinking just to stay relatable. Let me tell y'all something, for the content creators, the business owners, and the people who are making their living by working online. You don't have to be relatable. I had this conversation earlier today. Be okay with being misunderstood. One aspect about me is that I have been misunderstood my entire life. I'm literally a walking paradox. One minute I am a fire blazing, running wildfire. The next minute I am the most grounded, disciplined person that you ever know. The next minute I am deep as the ocean. Let me tell you something. I am a walking contradiction. I'm literally walking fire, ground, and water. Literally. So I'm a walking contradiction. Be okay with being misunderstood, but be clear about you knowing who you are. It ain't about if nobody else understands it, because the people who are in alignment with you are going to resonate, and they are going to always find you, because guess what? You will always meet yourself. You will always meet yourself. So you have to grasp the understanding that a lot of the people that are in your space, they like you small. They like you digestible. And it is keeping you from the next level because you are afraid to come up and speak, because you're scared of how they're going to view you and what's going on. So you try to stay relatable. You try to tell them certain things. When you tell them your secrets, and they turn around and turn your secrets into the story for the next person. You really have to get some understanding about what is really happening here. You do not owe loyalty to someone who is only loyal to your lowest self. And don't you ever forget that. You do not owe anyone loyalty who is only loyal to you when you are at your lowest self. And there are people who only want to deal with you when you are in a broken state because it makes them feel better about themselves. You know why a lot of women want to get close to the woman that is very beautiful, the woman that is very successful, or she seems to have things going for her? Because it's two things. She's trying to figure out, one, what's she doing? And the second thing is she's trying to find a weakness on her. And it does not even take you. And women don't have to do this in person. They do it online. Hell, they've tried to do it with me. You will come in my live and you will make a comment, oh, fix your eyelash. Girl, you so caught up. Then at the time, it's my real eyelash. These ain't. But I'm like, it's my real eyelashes. You so caught up in trying to pick me apart that you tell me that I need to fix my eyelashes, that you show me that you didn't come here for the message. So let me go ahead and block you. You came here to try to pick me apart. That's what you came here to do. Because you weak as water. So you came here to try to find some aspect to be able to pick me apart, because you got to find some kind of way to bring me down, or find some kind of way to make it seem like you ain't even all that. Girl, I didn't even say I was all that. I mean, I am to me, but the problem is you think that. See, that's the real tea. You hate that you believe that I am all that, and that's your issue. You have friction with that because you really are attracted to me. That's your truth. You're attracted to what I got going on. You just don't like the packages in. So you try to criticize the package. But you know what I'm saying is correct. So you want to try to criticize it to deflect what it is that you actually feel. Girl, don't piss me off. We see you. We see you. You are very much so seen and exposed. You are very much so seen and exposed. If you make a decision to spend $20,000 on, I don't care if you decide you spending $20,000 on a rock. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't care. Thank you, my love. I don't care if you spend it on a rock. If you know the value in that rock and you know what you investing in that rock is, what it's going to take you, I'm going to tell you go ahead and invest in the rock. Why would I tell you not to do that? Why would I tell you that's a stupid idea? Because I don't value the rock. Because I don't value the rock. That's what women do. But the crazy part about this scenario with the young lady who spent the $10,000 with the dating coach, a lot of women in her comments want husbands. They want to be engaged. And they want men. As much as they try to sit here and lie and act like, oh, I'm just so decentering. If you were really decentering men, y'all would not be in that girl comments roasting her about her spending $10,000 about getting the game on how to choose well and choose better and be confident within herself. Y'all would not be trying to chew her up in the comment section. Y'all would not even care. Y'all would not even care. But see, you want what she have. You want the fact that you want the fact that she has a 7-figure content company. You want the fact that she actually was able to get engaged. You want the fact that she had the $10,000. You actually want these things, but you get in her comments and act like you judging her based on that. Y'all lie so much. That's why y'all life like that, though. That is exactly why you get the fruit of your labor, beloved. Everything. She said they even said her husband must not be attractive. Girl, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Her husband. How do y'all know? And these are the people that women keep around you. Girl, I was in the comments reading like, baby, and y'all got friends? Y'all actually have people in your life that call you friend? Can't be. Can't be. Because if y'all would hate on a stranger this tough around something that you don't value, I can only imagine what kind of friend you really are. And most importantly, I can only imagine how you really treat yourself. Because if just because you don't see the value in something, you deem it as not valuable. And that's why you be crashing out when the men don't want y'all. That's why you be I don't like rejection. I just can't deal with rejection. Girl, shut up talking to me. Shut up talking to me. Because it's not making no sense. It's not making no sense at all. You don't owe loyalty to anyone who is only loyal to your lowest self. And that's straight like that. Period. If they like you seeing low, show them what low look like by raising up on them. Coming up above them. Let them sit in the low by themselves. Period. Y'all do this with men and women. Will allow them to just bring y'all to the low of the low. Baby, leave them low. Leave them in hell. Seriously, because that's what they in anyway. You know when it talks about in the prayers as it is in heaven, as it is on earth. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all ain't gonna get heaven on earth. Y'all going to continue to experience the hell on earth, and you don't see it due to the things that you are doing in the violations, that the ways that you are violating spiritually. Period. She said, and it's a strange. Let's be for real. If we go, listen, I ain't never seen people be so heavy and connected in strangers' business. Now let's talk about the warning signs about this. If you have one of these type of people in your space, because you really need to get rid of them. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, and you might want to get rid of them before the last half of the year, because if you don't get rid of them by them, they're gonna expose themselves. Because we already we are on trajectory to be doing exactly what is supposed to be happening, economic wise, and all these things. And when people get pressured, just like a lemon, when you squeeze it, the juice gonna come out. And a lot of people finna start feeling the pressure of what's happening in society and what's happening in the world, and you're gonna find out a lot about people. See, women getting real savage, and it's not even just that. Y'all, I saw a TikTok my homegirl sent to me, and it was like, I finally started taking married men seriously, and now I'm living my best life. Y'all done lost y'all mind. Y'all don't care about spiritual consequences at all. Y'all don't care about nothing. Y'all don't believe in universal law. Y'all don't believe in spiritual law, and it's really crazy. And then when you having nervous breakdowns, and when your life, you finally meet yourself, when you meet yourself, and you're forced to do it, then you're gonna be looking sick and be looking crazy. See, y'all think that y'all can just maneuver out here and be in spiritual violation and there are no consequences. That ain't how this goes. And you're gonna wake up. You're gonna get a real bad revelation. It's not a joke. Here's the thing, the warning signs that you need to look out for when it comes down to these women. Number one, she's only consistent when you're confused. She's there to talk to you every time you got something going on. You got a problem, this and this and that, all of this, but she vanishes when you winning though. She vanished when you win. She ain't nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. But when you spiraling, oh, she all in your business. She all in your business. When you and your man on the up and up, and y'all good to go, you and your husband on the road, baby, she don't want to rap. But as soon as you come with a problem, girl, I told you, see, I couldn't even deal with that. And see, y'all allow these voices to be so loud in your head, louder than the one that created you, breaking up your scenarios. And these people are literally sitting in your life, sent into your life to be a distraction. There are two types of people coming into your life: those who are a distraction and those who are a part of destiny. Those who are a part of destiny does not mean that they're going to always be in your life forever. Nothing on this earth is forever. Water and milk expire, baby. So nothing on this earth, everything on this earth has an expiration date. But what you're not understanding about how people operate is that they will show you every single time. All you got to do is pay attention. And see, a lot of times you think that you're exempt. See, y'all watch people mistreat other people and think that there is a special place for you where they're not going to touch you and they're not going to do anything to you and they're not going to harm you. You are no different than the way that they do their mama. You are no different from the way that they do their sister. These are people that they actually share blood with. These are people that they actually have done some life with. And you think that you're going to be exempt from the process just because they love you in the moment? Don't piss me off. I need you to really start thinking about this, because y'all are not thinking. The girl that's in your life, she's consistent when you confused. When you winning, she vanishes. But when you spiraling, she all in your business. That is because she is taking your story and selling it to somebody else. And you keep letting it happen. The second sign, her jokes they always land like darts. They always hit hard. Oh, you deep now? Oh, you woke now? Oh, you think you better now? She not joking, she projecting. She's not joking, she's projecting. She is not joking, she is projecting. And y'all keep these type of women in your space. You keep these type of women in your community where she is who she is. She been my friend. Girl, shut up talking to me with that. I ain't never dragging nobody to the promised land. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I'm never dragging nobody to the promised land. Never, never, never. You are literally trying to drag someone upstairs. Ain't she heavy? You trying to drag somebody up the stairs. Make it make sense. When you try to drag people up to the next level that you are going to, they sabotage your next level because they're not prepared to be there and they know they don't belong there. But y'all got to bring them along. Y'all got to make it happen. And you know why you feel like you need to do that? Because you lack spiritual boundaries. Let's get into it. You don't know how to guard your heart above everything else because from it flows life. And I'm tired of y'all lying like y'all said boundaries. Y'all not setting boundaries. Y'all not sticking. And the reason why y'all not sticking to your boundaries is because you don't understand the value and the importance of self. That's the truth. You don't understand the value and the importance of yourself. You don't. So therefore, you don't protect yourself. And that is the absolute truth. And you can take it how you want to take it. And I don't want to hear nothing about how much you love your children, how much you love your friends, how much you love your mom, how much you love people. You are to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, and it is not an example that you love yourself, you don't love your mama, you don't love nobody else. You need to cut it. And I mean ASAP. Stop lying so you stop attracting liars into your space. Because the universal algorithm is responding to the fact that you lie so much to yourself. You lie about how you're going to honor your commitments for going to the gym. You lie about the commitments that you're going to honor your life. And you wonder why you keep attracting commitment breakers? You wonder why you keep attracting people who don't want to commit to you? You won't even commit to yourself. Don't piss me off. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments and these likes. Wake up. Y'all don't want to grow up to save y'all life because you are always looking for somebody to blame. You want to blame men. You want to blame your mama. You want to blame everybody but the reflection in the mirror, though you are the one that continues to choose these things. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, and these comments. All praises to the Most High. I want y'all to wake up. I do. I want you to wake up. Her jokes are projection. She ain't joking. Oh, you deep now? Oh, you think you better? Here go one of my favorites. Do you even have any regular clothes? Baby, you better outdress every single. You don't piss me off. You better get up and dress whatever it is the way you need to dress so you feel like you the top one in the room. You don't let nobody, just because they don't want to dress, they want to dress down. That ain't your reality. Stop letting people shrink you into their spaces. My friends already know. They crack jokes. Girl, what you wearing? What you wearing? A dress? Thank you, my love, for these gifts. They already know before they even come out. What you wearing tonight? A dress. Girl, because you don't be playing. You hardly do jeans, and I don't. I have one pair of tennis shoes, and that pair of tennis shoes is what I use to work out in. I don't really wear tennis shoes like that. And I'm unapologetic for that. I don't care what nobody feel. My friend, and the thing about it is this: my friends who are the people that are in my community that I have chosen to be friends with, those women in my space. Oh, that's so cute. Y'all know I'm from New Orleans, so them colors. The women in my space, if I have on a dress or they got on jeans, it ain't nothing, because everybody is being themselves. Nobody is trying to pull anyone else down. Nobody is trying to say, why are you trying to outshine me? See, that's the insecurity. Let me tell you something. If you are a confident woman who is continuing to do your work, you cannot be friends with women who are insecure and who are ruled by their insecurities. Let me tell you something. Everybody has insecurities, but there's a difference between having insecurities and being an insecure woman. An insecure woman is a self-centered woman who is ruled by her insecurities. She thinks everything is about her. Your status is about her. Your comment talking about this is about her. She thinks all of these things because she is so insecure. You cannot be friends with her. She's going to end up hating you. You're going to be the reflection of the very thing that she wants so bad, but she refuses to get off her tail for whatever reason to actually get and achieve. And you're going to be the brunt of that. So it is going to be, girl, you deep now? Must be nice. Oh, girl, I want to be like you when I grow up. I don't know how y'all let these people continue to play in your face. Y'all better get rid of them. Y'all better get rid of them. And I ain't talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about right now. Y'all better get rid of them. Because the rest of this year is going to be a whirlwind. It's already started. It's been started. I've been warning y'all for a while. It's going to be a whirlwind. See, and when people feel that pressure of more inflation and other things and all that stuff, and they start feeling that tightness in their chest because they don't have the faith that you have and they ain't moving how you feeling. And as soon as you start talking about how great things are going for you and miss what appears to be a famine, they hate you because you think you all that. I just was listening to God and what God told me to do. I mean, you could do the same thing. But now I think I'm all that. Now I think I'm the one with the answers. Oh, okay. Y'all better start paying attention to them little passive aggressive jokes. Let's get into the third warning sign that you need to be paying attention to that I'm probably sure that you're overlooking, okay? She mimics your moves but never claps. She watches, she copies, but she never celebrates. That's not support, that's spiritual sabotage in disguise. Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't see that? That's spiritual sabotage in disguise. That's exactly what that is. That woman want to know what kind of perfume you wearing, what kind of lipstick you wearing, what kind of dress you got on, without even considering the fact of her body chemistry, if that perfume is going to work with her, if that color and that color theory actually is going to work for her, if that dress is actually going to look right on her body shape. She just sees the experience that she gets from looking at you. She just sees and feels the experience that other people get from looking, or what you're attracting in that space by having those things. And she wanted too. She wants somebody to compliment on her lipstick too. She wants somebody to say she smelled good too. See, it all goes back to that external validation, and I stand on what I say. A woman who is willing to change her core in front of a man is a woman that will cut your throat behind one. Don't you ever forget it. Women who shape shift their core in front of men to change or to please men, and you know that ain't really how she operates. But as soon as a man enters the room, she alters her core, baby. You better know she'll cut your throat behind one. She can't be trusted. And the fact that you keep these people in your circle is crazy work. Crazy work. Now, that's the one thing I do agree with the girls on TikTok about. Women who are male centered are extremely dangerous if everything roots back to that. You might want to watch that, sweets. Might want to watch that. So let's get into the space of the spiritual law that this woman who is doing this, what spiritual law she violating, and how it's actually affecting you. So let's go ahead and get into it. According to the Ethiopian Bible, y'all know that's what I love to read. I love that form of scripture. Y'all know why I don't do King James. But according to the Ethiopian scripture, it talks about how proximity equals permission. And you can also take the verse Proverbs 13 and 20 when it talks about if you want to be wise, you walk with the wise. You want to be with a company of fools, you walk with the company of fools. This is basically saying whatever you have in proximity, you give permission to. So as much as you act like you're not like your whole friend, as much as you act like you're not your friend who's sleeping around with other people's husbands, y'all still have a commonality. Y'all still agree. Y'all still have a commonality. Y'all still have a foundation that y'all agree on, because how can two walk together if they don't agree? There's some kind of something in your character that actually agrees, and you cannot convince other people different. Energetics don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but energetics don't ever lie. They just don't. When you keep a woman close who is dangerous to you, her confusion cords itself with your clarity. Her energy doesn't just drain you, it delays your destiny. She's not just out of alignment. She's violating the spiritual law of contamination, also known as the law of influence and association. Okay, so again, according to the Ethiopian scripture, proximity gives permission. Proximity is not passive, it's a spiritual agreement. So you come into spiritual agreement with that person. When you allow someone access to you, or when you allow access to someone with unresolved envy, bitterness, or spiritual, duplicity, you don't just risk drama, you risk spiritual delay. Thank you, all praises to the Most High. You risk spiritual delay. And let me give you a scripture real quick from the Ethiopian Bible, from the book of Sirach, which is the book of, basically, it's wisdom. It's a wisdom book. It said, whoso touches pitch shall be defiled therewith it. And he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. There is no way that you will not catch what she's carrying, is what that scripture is telling you. If you are in community with someone who is of low down spirit, low vibrational, baby, it's going to rub off on you in some way. This scripture is basically letting you know in Sirach 13 and 1 that if whatever she carries, you're going to catch. Her confusion begins to corrupt your clarity. Her jealousy begins to distort your joy. Do you see how she's throwing your spiritual fruits off? Her bitterness becomes the seed in your breakthrough. This is how spiritual contamination works. It doesn't just hit your surface, baby, it attaches to your soul. It attaches to your soul. That's what it does. That's what it does. And these are the women that claim to be girls. Y'all not girls. Y'all so fake and phony. Most women are fake, phony, full of fallacies and misery. And they want you to join them. Most women are fake, phony, full of fallacy and misery. And they want you to join them. That's the truth. They want you to join them. Because here's the real girls. Real sisters evolve together. Real sisters don't compete. They don't compare. They just clap. A really good example of this, every time I would see Taraji P. Henson see another woman that looked like her that she was in community with, she would stand on her feet. She would stand on her feet and almost do a war cry with celebration for the woman who was winning the award, even if it was not her. She was the first one you would see on camera that is clapping, baby. She gonna come kiss you, hug you, clap, celebrate you, push you, all of these things. That is what a girl's girl exemplifies. That's what she does. And the women who can't handle your healing, yes, it's the Ethiopian Bible. When women, and to the women who cannot handle your healing, they were never praying for your wholeness anyway. They just were praying for more of your dependency, or they were praying on their ability to depend on you, their dependency. They were using that as to pray on you. If you didn't know, the women who can't handle your healing were never the women who were praying for your wholeness. They never wanted to see you well. They never wanted to see you well. Never. They never wanted to see you well. And that's what you need to remember. If you're ready to disconnect from counterfeit connections, because you're going to have to if you're going to be great. You're not going to be able to keep these people. Now, you can keep them. You can do what you want to do. I don't care, truthfully, because it's not my life. I ain't doing it, though. I ain't doing it. And I'm here to be on assignment to tell you not to do it, because you really are called to guard your heart above everything else, because from it flows life. Y'all hurt your own selves. Y'all break your own hearts by continuing to participate in experiences that honestly do not serve you. So if you're really ready to disconnect from counterfeit connections, if you're ready to really protect the peace that surpasses our understanding, your power and your purpose on the spiritual level, then I do have something coming. I got two things. I have a masterclass that's going to happen on the 22nd. It's called the Spiritual Boundaries Masterclass. Because let me tell you something. The reason why a lot of you can't stick to your boundaries is because you don't really understand why you deserve and why you should be protected. Awareness. Let me tell you something about self-care, and I've explained this before. The reason why you can't care for yourself properly as a woman, despite how many times you go get your nails done, and you go get your massages, and you go get your makeup, facials, and all of that, the reason why you really can't get down to the bottom of it, I'm gonna tell you right now. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, these comments. It's because you are missing 3 steps before self-care. The first step to self-care is self-awareness. You are not aware of yourself. And your relationship with yourself should be your widest relationship. It should be your most expansive relationship. It should be the one that you research so much, because you want to know yourself so well, so that you are not misrepresented, and you articulate what it is you desire and what you don't want. That is how amazing and how engulfed you should be with knowing yourself. You should be so attracted to you. You should be so obsessed and enamored and engulfed in who you are, that other people are nothing but a reflection of that. But you can't do that if you ain't finna do your work. The reason why you're not sticking to your boundaries, again, like I said, is because you don't understand why you should be protecting yourself. You don't think that you're worthy of protection. So of course you can't fix the problem, because you lack self-awareness. Rule number 1. So when you lack self-awareness, that means that you cannot have compassion for yourself for the things that you did and you participated in when you did not know yourself, because you have not taken compassion for yourself. That means that you have not fully accepted yourself, which means that you have not accepted your light and your dark feminine. So y'all still trying to play light. Y'all still trying to play light. You're trying to play up your good girl. You're trying to play up. I'm not like the rest of them. I'm not like this. You scared to let it be known. Child, please. Self-acceptance is understanding that there is light and dark that resides in this body. And baby, let me tell you something. You can get soft woman or you can get warrior. Pick your character. But your actions are going to decide who going to come out first. So you need to understand that. So when you accept yourself, meaning you accept your light and your dark, then you can actually take care of self. So the reason why you cannot practice self-care and why self-care is not effective for you is because you're not even aware of what you need. You won't even be compassionate enough with yourself to give yourself the time to do it. You got all these excuses about what you need to do and what you got to do and how you can't, and you don't have time to take care of yourself. And which means that you fully do not accept self. And because you do not fully accept self, you do not care. You do not care. And what pisses me off about this is that y'all see the process this happening with men. Y'all be wondering why men, he act like he don't care. He don't know you. He don't know you. Therefore, there is no compassion. He is not aware of you. He's not interested in being aware of you. Therefore, he's not interested in taking care of you. See, y'all be missing it. You be missing it because you miss it with yourself. And that's why you always meet yourself in these men. So you don't attract narcissistic men, baby. You are the narcissist that you actually attract. Because narcissist is nothing but a spiritual disease. If we really want to get into it, narcissism, the psychological or the diagnosed narcissistic personality disorder, it is my belief that is a physical manifestation of a spiritual disease. And here's why I'm telling you this. And here's why I say you are the narcissist that you attract. I'm gonna break it down for you. A narcissist is nothing spiritually but a spirit that does not believe that it has power. And because it does not believe that it has power, it outsources its power by using other people, by absorbing the power of other people, hoping that it is going to make them more powerful. So this is why once they've drained you, they need a new supply, baby. But let me tell you how they mirror you just in a different way. So the thing is that you think that they are just users and they're this and they're that. No. You're a user too. Because you were using them hoping to get love, hoping to get the love that you're supposed to give yourself first, because you are to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you didn't love your neighbor as you loved yourself because you weren't loving yourself. You actually was dishonoring yourself. You changed your core. You changed how you operate. You accommodated. You did all of these things to shape shift and change to please somebody because you wanted to outsource love. Don't piss me off. You are the narcissist you attract. Get into it. You ain't just attracting them, baby, because you got a big heart. You don't but you don't know this because you don't know yourself. You don't know yourself. So you never realize what you're doing. But you just keep thinking, I don't know why. I just got a big heart. Baby, a big heart is only a flex when your boundaries are big. I got a big heart too, beloved. Get into it. That's honorable, queen. She said, I totally accept this. Listen, and I accept it too, because I've been there. I've been there. When you try to see, a narcissist outsources his power. You doing the same thing. If you are looking for someone to love you in a way or treat you in a way or care for you in a way that you do not first set example for yourself, you are literally the exact same thing. Y'all sit on the same energetic level, which is why you keep attracting them. And that's all you're going to attract until you get to the bottom of what's really going on. And if you really want to get to the bottom of what's really going on, come see me. See, that's when women come see me. When they tired of pretending. Women come see me when they tired of playing. Women come to work with me when they're tired of repeating experiences that are not getting into less. Women get tired of being drained, they come to see me. Because I don't play that. And you position yourself for this all of the time because you don't understand yourself, which is why you need to be in a class about spiritual boundaries. No lies, I broke cycles after our first session a while back. Yes, let me screenshot that. It makes me so happy. And I've been seeing it too. Because I've been seeing your growth. And I've been seeing how you get these folks together. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Getting folks right. I've been seeing how you get these folks together. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Getting folks right. I see it all the time. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I see it all the time. Getting folks together. If you are interested in this masterclass, it's 222. It's happening on April 22nd. I believe that is a Tuesday. I have not put it up yet. You're gonna have to DM me and I'm gonna send you a link. Okay. If you get the class today, it is 222. But if you decide to get it today, I will give you a coupon code because I'm just dropping it. And the only reason I'm doing this coupon code is because I dropped the ball and not already having it in the link in my bio. So if you choose to get it today, you can get it for $150. But you have to DM me boundaries, the word boundaries. And I'm going to send you a link and you have to get it today. But after today, it's going to go back to its original price of $222. Okay. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. So it is a spiritual boundaries class. And if you get in the class or you feel like you want something, you're ready to get in the space of community with other women who actually have the same mindset as you, because you understand that you don't have that and you're ready to leave the cloud chasers behind, the drainers behind, the people who are not supporting you behind, then you may be wanting to know more about the Magnetic Muse experience, which is it's actually the Muse activator. It is a 12, not 12, I'm sorry, it's a 6-week experience. And if you want more information about that, then you can DM me. Okay. And you DM me the word Muse. Now I will tell you the 6-week program is a 4-figure investment. Paid in full, it is $27.77. And 2 payments, it is $1,500 each. It is 6 weeks. You get me directly. We are going to be working. And the thing about it is, just like how Love just said, she experienced a lot of breaking cycles after we had our session. There isn't a woman who comes and really does the work with me who does not get the tools to shift her existence. Now, whether she uses them or not is on her. Okay. I need a beginner class. Then you need to be in the boundaries class. And DM me the word boundary so I can send you the link so you can get it today for $150 instead of $222. Because, okay, when it says guard your heart above everything else because from it flows life, that's not a game. There is such a thing as broken heart syndrome. And when you have watched somebody die from broken heart syndrome, like I have firsthand, that changes your life. That changes the way you see things. It makes you begin to understand why the Most High tells you to guard your heart above everything else. Because the heart does not up and attack you. The heart defends itself after many attacks. You are not meant to be in relationship after relationship after relationship, getting heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. That is not in our design. That is not in our DNA. That is not for us. Okay. So it's so important and so vital. I need you to grasp that. What was the 2-day class held Wednesday and Thursday? It's in the bio now. If you want the replay of that, you can get it. It's called The Heart in the Throne. Click the link in the bio and you'll get your email with day 1 and day 2 and your workbook and your checklist and your quizzes and everything that goes with that. Very powerful class. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay as well. And it's $297. You can click the link in the bio to get that. That is for women who operate in business or who operate at a high level, maybe high level CEO, executive level, management, all of those type of things. And a woman wants to get real strategy on how to really balance her heart and her throne so that she's not emotionally unregulated while she's trying to operate in this world, because women need to be operating from a space of power. Let me tell you something. Either you're going to operate from a powerful place or you're going to be prey. That's where we at. You're going to operate from a powerful place when it comes down to business, when it comes down to dating, when it comes down to life, when it comes down to all these experiences, or you are going to be prey in all of those experiences. Pray in your business, pray in relationships, pray in life, and pray amongst your friends. But you can do what you want to do. But if you know for sure that you struggle to stick to your boundaries and you don't really understand why it's so hard and why you feel so guilty, come to class, DM me the word boundaries so I can help you with that on the 22nd. Because there is no reason for you to feel guilty about your boundaries. I'm going to help you get free of all of that. And I'm going to show it to you in scripture. So when people try to play you, when people try to tell you, oh, you need to be acting like this, and that's still your mama, you understand parents don't provoke your children. That means don't provoke them to the point to where they want nothing to do with you, because that possibly can happen. See, let me tell you something. Stop letting people use half-quoted scripture to play with you. It's because you don't know. Again, self-awareness. Again, self-awareness. You lack awareness and people can play you. So I'm positioning you so that you can actually be aware. You can have compassion on yourself over the things that you didn't know. You can fully accept yourself and you can prove that you actually are doing something different by implementing care. Okay? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and comments. She said that class was amazing. It was an amazing class. It was an amazing class. And it was such a safe space in the Queen and Throne, the Heart and Throne Masterclass. The women in that space were really sharing, were really being really open, and I was given straight strategy, direct strategy on what it is that they need, and we were literally breaking cycles in that class. So the thing about it is, when we have master classes like that, and in the spiritual boundaries class, we are you can ask me questions in whatever capacity. It is completely a safe space. I don't play that. The people that come into this space have a specific type of mindset. They are coming in here with the same type of agenda. So you don't have to worry about somebody trying to be any kind of way or play with you. We don't have any of that going on in my space. So make sure that you are in the boundaries class. Make sure that you DM me the word boundaries so I can send you the link so you can get the 150 today. Because like I said, it is going to go to 222. Let's see. My daughter's 13. I want her to hear what was in class. The article says it was amazing. All praise to the Most High. Very safe. Business owners of all stages. Yes. Yes. This is the perfect time. To be honest with you, this is the perfect thing for you to do. So you come in and you set the structure right. So if you get the Card and Throne Masterclass, it's going to set you up for quarter 2, which we're in now, quarter 3 and 4. And you're going to need a sustainability plan that's going to support you in that. And you need emotional mastery. You need to be able to regulate, and you need to see where the gaps are in your leadership. That's the biggest thing. And there's an audit that I give you on day 1 that's in the form of a workbook that you can go through to see where is it. You need to see if you are the performer. You need to see if you are the procrastinator. You need to see if you are the protector, because these are all identities that many cycle breakers have taken on, and it is literally suffocating them. So I'm going to teach you how to get you learn how to get free from that. You learn how to get free from the lack mindset so you can really go out there and really flourish in your business. The Heart and the Throne is a masterclass that like really didn't come to play. It didn't come to play. So if you need that structure, you need that foundation, you don't have that, the Heart and the Throne masterclass is the way to go. Okay. Yes, my love, you DM me on here. Hey, Kendra. What other questions? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ask y'all if y'all had questions? Because I'm sorry. Do you do one-on-one classes? I don't do one-on-one classes. I have a one-on-one in 8-week experience that is called the Power Portal, and that is a 4-figure investment. Okay. And also, if you are but yeah, that's what I have. I don't have anything else one-on-one. The only other time where you get me directly like that is going to be in a master class. So you either have to come into a masterclass to get me directly, or you're going to have to come and work with me one-on-one directly. So those are the only ways to be able to work with me: masterclasses, or come directly to work with me, or you just gonna catch me on TikTok. And I want TikTok and YouTube and all that great stuff. And I want to say this too. A lot of my information is, I give a lot of information that really have supported a lot of women in creating income for themselves, healing, doing a whole bunch of different stuff with a lot of my free content, right? But I also tell people, if you're not a self-starter, if you're not really the self-healing type, you're just going to read or watch my information and get hyped or feel better or feel like, oh my God, I feel seen. I'm not here for that. You're not going to really see any real transformation in your life unless you start working with me directly, because you need the accountability. Because if you could do it on your own, then you would have done it already. The truth is you can't. And the minute you start being honest about that and you come into the state of awareness about that, then we can really get this work. Then I can really help you figure out, okay, how are we going to go from 5 figures to 6 figures? How are we going to do this? How am I going to make myself an energetic match to be able to manage this? How do I make myself an energetic match to get in a space of where I want to be in a healthy relationship? All of these things come with you understanding yourself. And everything I teach comes from scripture, science, and psychology. Everything I teach comes from that. So you can go and look these things up for yourself. The reason why I know so much about attraction and I understand attraction is because I understand the science of attraction. Attracting is never a problem for me because I understand the science of it. A lot of you understand the art of things and not the science. I have a science brain. That's kind of how I operate. One of my gifts is pattern recognition. So algorithmic things, science things, patterns, all those things I'm able to see and correct, which makes me really good at what I do. Did you finish the 3 types of self-care? No, it wasn't 3 types of self-care. It was basically the 3 steps to getting to self-care, which is self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-acceptance. If you do not go through those stages in those steps in that order, you will not be able to practice effective self-care. not anything that's going to work because you don't really know yourself. This is why one woman may go to the nail shop and she feels like that's self-care for her because she has 3 screaming children at home. But you single, it's just you be looking upside the wall, you ain't got nothing going on, and when you go get your nails done, you still feel tired, you still feel exhausted. That is a moment of silence for her. That is a moment of her coming back to herself and not being a mom at that moment. That is a moment for her to be able to reflect for self. That is why that is self-care for her. That don't work for you. That's why it don't work for you. That's why the vacations and the massages don't work for you, because you don't know yourself. Self-care is something that is supposed to penetrate the soul. If you're just doing self-maintenance, you are not practicing self-care for real. But that is because, like I said, you lack self-awareness. You either lack self-awareness, which is the big thing. You're not compassionate with self, meaning that you lack the patience, which is how you act while you're waiting. You don't accept yourself fully because you don't really tell the truth. And because of that, you can't really care for yourself. And nobody's going to care for you either, because you're not a reflection of care. You don't reflect like you care about yourself, so nobody's going to care about you either. And that is what you have to understand and grasp, okay? So I don't see any other questions. If they are, go ahead and drop them really quickly. What was I going to say? DM me, like I said, if you want the link for the class that is happening on the 22nd. Today only, it is going to be $150. Every other day after that is going to be $222. Okay. If you're interested in the Magnetic Muse, or you're interested in the Muse Activator, that's what I meant to say, then send me the word Muse, because that is a 6-week program specifically, where we work together in that space, and it is community based. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Where can I purchase the Ethiopian Bible? I can't find the Apple website. You might be able to find it on Amazon. It's probably where you're gonna probably find it. The one that is mine close? Hold on. No, it's not. I thought mine was closer. But yeah, definitely recommend that. Any other questions? I've worked with Elle. She's the truth. Thank you. Thank you. All praises to the Most High. All right, darlings. So send me the messages. I'm gonna go check my DMs real quick. Is there a specific one that you recommend? The one I have is not close to me right now, but the one I have is really, really big. It's really, really big. What I'll do is I'll put it in my story. Okay. So when I get off here, I'll put it in my story for you, so you'll be able to recognize it, see it, screenshot it, and go and get it. Okay. I highly recommend her class. Very beneficial with doing the work. Thank you so much. All praises to the Most High. I really appreciate that. All right, my darlings. I am about to check these DMs, and I'm going to go eat food, because y'all know I ate nothing. Y'all know I just come on here and have no food. So I'm gonna go eat something and get myself together. Happy Feminine Friday again. It is my prayer that something here was said to, edify. And I really hope that you understand and get those people out of your space, because they don't mean you no good, okay? At all. This is going on YouTube, so you can click the link in my bio to be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am going to start doing some different things for my paid subscribers soon, privately. Thank you, sis. Happy Passover weekend. And you have an amazing weekend as well. All right, y'all. I love y'all to pieces. Happy Feminine Friday. Remember, self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship, because you set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself. You should treat yourself exceptionally well, because you deserve it. Okay? Well, all praises to the Most High for that. All right? Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your trust. I will talk to y'all soon.